She traveled to Mexico with 6 of her friends. Some of those friends initially on the phone, and once they got back to the U.S., told her family, her parents, that she died of alcohol poisoning. But then her death certificate listed her cause of death as a spinal cord and neck injury.
Nope. It's about time that the real culprit behind Shanquella Robinson's death faced the law, as one of the deceased's friends has admitted to lying about the other real cause of Shanquella's untimely demise. Keep watching to know more. It's been over a month since the death of a successful Charlotte, North Carolina businesswoman who went on a trip to Mexico with her best friend and 5 other people, but after a thorough investigation, it has been revealed that her best friend of more than 5 years, Collier Cook, is lying about what happened to her. For those unversed, on Friday, October 28, 2022, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, her best friend, Collier Cook, and 5 others named Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Alice Hyatt, DJ Jackson, and Nazir Wiggins went to Cabo, Mexico. The next day, Saturday, October 29, 2022, Shanquella Robinson's mother, Salamander Robinson, said they received a phone call from Collier about Shanquella resting and not feeling good, and that she had puked a couple of times. She said they felt at ease because they figured Shanquella was dealing with a hangover. Come to find out, that was not the case at all. The sad news was broken to Shanquella's parents by her best friend, Collier, whom fans have concluded is the biggest liar of all. When Collier spoke to Salamander, he emphatically stated that Shanquella had alcohol poisoning. However, Salamander said she was a little calm because she trusted Collier and believed what he was telling her. He came back and told us it was alcohol poisoning. Salamander said, "We were more calm, I guess, because we trust him and we kind of believe what he was telling us." As expected, Collier and the 5 others had to hurry and get out of Mexico to escape being caught up in legal troubles, so they returned to the U.S. a day earlier. Salamander said that after Collier returned to the U.S., he brought Shanquella's luggage to the house and reiterated that Shanquella had died from alcohol poisoning. In fact, Collier kept being around the family, trying to make it seem like he was innocent and didn't know what had happened to Shanquella. He kept coming around the house every day. His mom is with him, Salamander said. But Shanquella's sister Quilla Long said something was eating Collier up inside. Now that stuff done happened, I can go back and say that's why he was pacing. I mean, you would have thought he was coming off something like he was high. He was nervous, he was sweating and grabbing his beard, Long said. It had to be eating him up then. When Collier went back over to Salamander's house, he took Winter Donovan and DJ Jackson, 2 of the 3 girls that were with them in Mexico, with him. And Donovan and Jackson told Salamander and her family the same story Collier told them: Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning. Meanwhile, Quilla Long said that her family had gotten phone calls that they were over there fighting and jumped Shanquella. Long said she asked the girls if that was true, and they told her it wasn't true. By the time Collier brought the girls over to my mama's house, we had started receiving calls that they were over there fighting and jumped my sister, Long said. We asked them if that was true, and they said no and that there was no one fighting at all. Salamander said that she and her family stayed calm and trusted Collier, and he was sticking with his story that her daughter had died from alcohol poisoning. Days after that, the autopsy came in and that told the whole story, Salamander said. Clearly, Collier and his cohorts were busted. Shanquella's autopsy revealed that her death was not related to alcohol. Instead, it showed that she had a broken neck and a cracked spine and was beaten. In fact, Channel 9 obtained Robinson's death certificate. It lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation and says she died within 15 minutes of injury. Alcohol poisoning is never mentioned. In the box asking whether the death was accidental or violent, the medical examiner wrote yes. Additionally, Salamander said that she and her family received photos of Shanquella in which her face was swollen, she had a knot on her head, her eyes were swollen, and her lips were split. Unfortunately, the U.S. Department officials in Mexico reportedly denied that Shanquella's death was a murder, citing the police investigation did not reveal signs of foul play, and this has made the fans fume in anger. A fan wrote, "Reminder that the murderers of Shanquella Robinson are enjoying the holidays with their family while her family is still waiting for justice. Don't let justice for her murder die. Keep talking and demanding all 6 friends be held accountable. #Shanquella Robinson." Another fan added, "To the United States Embassy and the FBI, it's very imperative the U.S. government apprehend and extradite DJ Jackson and the others to Mexico for the murder of Miss Shanquella Robinson. They all need to be in a Mexican prison. #RIP Shanquella. #Justice for Shanquella." While another fan questioned, the FBI employs approximately 35,000 people, including special agents and support professionals such as intelligence analysts, language specialists, scientists, and information technology specialists. What is taking so long? They've been having the evidence #Shanquella at the Justice Department. And Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, totally agrees. She told the North Carolina Beat that she didn't think Collier was dirty as he is. "I wouldn't have thought that Collier would be as dirty as he is," Long said. And if I had known what I know now, I would have gone to his ass and the girl's ass in my house, she concluded. In an emotional phone call with the North Carolina Beat, Shanquella's father, Bernard Robinson, said his daughter was left for dead. They left her there, man. An emotional Bernard said, they left my daughter over theirs. I can't believe it. Bernard said he could not believe that Shanquella's best friend, Khalil, who invited her on the trip, would leave her. How can you leave my daughter and she's supposedly your best friend? Bernard said, how could you do this to us? According to Bernard, Khalil didn't even give him any condolences. Well, it sure looks like Khalil has a lot under his sleeves. But there's more. After her death, video surfaced showing a woman attacking Shanquella Robinson. Salamander Robinson previously identified the people in the video as the friends her daughter accompanied on the trip to Cabo.
Please fight back.
No.
While the original source of the video is unclear, Salamander Robinson believes it was taken during the Cabo trip. In the video, a person can be heard asking if Shanquella Robinson could at least fight back. As a result of this disturbing video, an arrest warrant has been issued, according to a Mexican prosecutor and confirmed by ABC News. Daniel de la Rosa Anaya, a prosecutor for the state of Baja California Sur, told ABC a friend of Robinson's who is the direct aggressor is being sought by international authorities on charges of femicide. This case is fully clarified. We even have a court order. There is an arrest warrant issued for the crime of femicide to the detriment of the victim and against an alleged perpetrator. A friend of her who is the direct aggressor, De La Rosa Anaya, told ABC News. Actually, it wasn't a quarrel, but instead a direct aggression. We are carrying out all the pertinent procedures such as the Interpol alert and the request for extradition to the United States of America. It's about 2 Americans, the victim and the culprit. Authorities have not identified who they are working to arrest, and the warrant has not been released at this time. Since then, there has been speculation about whether an arrest has been made. But Channel 9 Feed's Joe Bruno spoke with local, federal, and Mexican investigators who were unable to confirm an arrest has been made in the case. Michael Lettieri, an expert on femicide in Mexico, said when a woman is killed in the country, authorities are often required to open the investigation as a femicide. From there, they look into whether she was killed for reasons due to her gender or if there were specific circumstances, such as DV. It turns out that there could be a silver lining in the cloud of the Robinsons family. I feel so good. That's a good feeling, Salamander Robinson said. That's what we have been waiting for someone to finally be held accountable and arrested. I just can't wait for justice to be served. Surely, the fans can't wait either. See you in the next video.